Hello, Divine Ones. This is Ashley for FD 1111 Ministries, home of Tarot, Bible, and Alchemy. It has been some time since I've done a tarot card decoding. Make sure you check out that playlist. So this is the Moon card. This is the Major Arcana, the 18th card of the Major Arcana. In another video, I will go over the difference between the Major and the Minor Arcana. That will be for a whole nother topic, but let's move forward. So the Moon card deals with the conscious and the subconscious mind, primarily with the subconscious mind, what's going on under the surface. So here at the focal point we have the Moon, and it's the profile of the Moon. The Moon looks like he or she is thinking very intently, thinking so much that they're sweating, and these little sweat droplets are shaped in the form of the Yod. The Yod is Hebrew for 10th. So that's a new beginning and the completion of a cycle. Off of the Moon, you have 16 longer rays, and then you have 16 shorter rays. And this speaks to the focus. Like, where do you put your focus? And it also speaks to the conscious and the subconscious mind. Secondly, moving on to the water. So this card is for the water signs. Some say Pisces, some say Cancer. Even some say Scorpio. For me, I have this card for all the water signs, but primarily for Cancer. In the background, you have raging waters, very up and down. And then in the foreground, you have a more settled pond. The two pillars in the background represents the conscious and the subconscious mind. It's very similar to the High Priestess card, where you have Boaz and Yakin. And this deals with the subconscious as well. This card is very similar as well to the Two of Pentacles, where you have the instability. So if you look in the background, you can see the waters up and down, up and down. And in the background here, the waters up and down, up and down. This is talking about the polarity between someone that is very emotional and then someone that is in control of their emotions. This speaks to the different stages of life, or at times things may seem a little unstable, but once again, like the swing of the pendulum that goes the opposite direction, that things will settle down. But it's all about how the way you perceive things. We have a wolf and then we have the dog. Both are cousins, both are connected, but two different aspects of the same species. The wolf is the color of the moon, more so connected to the feminine energy, while the dog is the domesticated aspect of the wolf. This speaks to the primal man and the domesticated man. The creature in the middle, some say a crawfish. I like to look at it as a lobster. I mean, either way it goes, it's a crustacean and it has a hard shell, and they live and dwell at the bottom of a body of water. So this is talking about something that feeds on bottom energies, feeds on things of the subconscious mind, feeds on even sometimes it can be lower energies and lower thoughts, things that our shadow self feeds on, that will come up to the surface so that way it can be acknowledged. That's the reason why the moon is looking down on this lobster or crawfish. I don't know what to really call it. I like to once again say lobster, but it's looking down on that to be acknowledged. Another reason why I like to say the lobster is because the lobster is one of those creatures that mate for life. They also have space for growth. As a male, I know for sure a male lobster, I'm not sure about the female lobster, but the male lobster, when their shell gets too small, they find a new shell to inhabit. So they have the capacity to grow. Unlike some other shelled animals, once they are in that shell or they're born with that shell, they cannot grow out of that shell. And that's the reason why I like to liken this crustacean to a lobster. Another thing that I really like about this card, or that really stands out to me, is the yellow brick road. This pathway that connects both the emotions lets me know that we are going to have ups and downs in life, but it's all about how we overcome those ups and downs. Things may become turbulent, energies may become high, or the energies around you may be disrupted, but it doesn't mean that you have to be emotionally or energetically affected by it. Another thing about the yellow brick road, it lets me know about promise. It lets me know that life is a journey. If you know the story of the Wizard of Oz and the yellow brick road, that Dorothy and all of the other figures in that story starts off in a infantile and in emotional state, but as they continue on the journey of life through the ups and downs, that they find the wizard. And the wizard is really the aspects of them that was inside of them, that were activated, that were awakened. They became conscious of it. The path of the moon on the Kabbalah tree of life is called 𝐃𝐽 or 𝐾𝐽. I will have it listed right down below so you can look up how to pronounce the word. But it means the back of the head. This path connects Nesek, victory, with Malkuth, kingdom. In Hebrew, Resh is the head and is ruled by the sun. So the back of the head is the moon as it reflects the light of the sun. Some words that describe the moon card: hidden enemies, danger; darkness, terror; deception, occult forces; error in reverse, instability, inconsistency; silence, lesser degrees of deception or error. I also like to think of the moon card, of course, of hidden feelings and hidden intents, but a call to examine one's emotions and feelings, especially with the two bodies of water and how they connect. I like to think a lot about the subconscious mind, as I would with the High Priestess. I think this is more so like a higher octave of the High Priestess card. Of the moon card with the High Priestess. And I like to think of this as more like our higher self that's sending information through the middle portal to our subconscious mind and through the activity of the subconscious mind. Because remember, the subconscious mind records and documents everything. And many times that in our awakened state that we are too busy to receive those signs and synchronicities and downloads. So they come through the dream state. This is also connected to the dream state. And with that, through those pillars, that we're able to understand and balance out our emotional state and change and transform our mind. In like twin flame readings, sometimes, just depending how the way it feels, that when this card has came up, it was usually because the person, they had secret feelings still for and karmic partner, either the person that was receiving the reading or the person they were getting the reading for, that the person had secret feelings either for their twin or either for a karmic partner. And it's also tied to the mother, so it could be some type of healing that needs to happen with the mother relationship. That lets me know about that with any reading. Another thing about this card is that with these two figures howling at the moon, that this could be a person that has two lovers or two suitors, and those suitors could be from a romantic standpoint or even from a career path, especially here with the golden or the yellow brick road. It could be a call to make a decision between the two career paths, because the moon is associated with emotions. Something that's closely associated with emotions. Your career and your relationships are the two most things that are attached to your emotional state. So it lets me know about either one of that the person may have to take some type of decision about either one of those, like lovers or either career paths, or it's something that's secretly hidden underneath the surface about some feelings. Could be about the mother, and it could be about something that happened with the mother bond, or some type of subconscious habits and hang-ups that have to be addressed, that need to be brought up, another thing too, that it could be something that will come up in the future that the person may not necessarily like, but needs to be addressed. So I hope that this video helped, and I hope that this will be a resource that you can count on when you come across the moon card in a spread and you want a little bit more information about it. I encourage you once again to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and to check out the other playlists that we have here. So I will see you guys for the next tarot decoding, or even for the weekly videos with the Astro Intuitive readings. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.